This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
A woman's fighting for her life in hospital following an early morning collision that's left one dead. From what traffic investigators have so far determined, a male motorcyclist and a female passenger were traveling south on East Street when they failed to stop at a traffic light and collided into a GMC Silverado truck traveling west on Soldier Road. The couple was rushed to hospital. According to police, the man died this morning. The woman's in serious condition. As for the truck driver, he was uninjured. Investigations are ongoing. The Water and Sewage Corporation embarked on an $18 million rehabilitation of small pumping stations and the construction of several waste treatment plants and pumping stations here in New Providence. The corporation this morning signed a contract with Island Site Development, who's overseeing the project. WSC Chairman Adrian Gibson says the work is critical for sewage treatment plants as the corporation has embarked on a development of a wastewater master plan 2015-2035.
The long-term objective of the master plan is to divide the island into 3 drainage areas with 3 regional wastewater treatment plants. The regional plants will be at Airport Industrial Park, the plant out there, which will service the western drainage area, the Gladstone Road plant, which is under construction for the central area, and the Fox Hill plant, which is to be constructed in the long-term phase for the eastern area. This would help to reduce maintenance costs to the corporation and increase the efficiency of the wastewater collection and disposal system. The sewer master plan has an estimated cost of approximately $600+ million to provide sewer services throughout the island of New Providence. The study was conducted on the over-the-hill areas on the cost to provide sanitary sewer services, and this was estimated to be approximately $80 million.
Construction works will take place in 4 areas, namely Malcolm Park, Flamingo Gardens, the LPIA major pump station, and the Foxhole pre-treatment facility. As for small works plans, Mr. Gibson says it addresses small lift stations refurbishment.
The small works included the rehabilitation of 10 sewage pumping stations, installation of 1,000 feet of gravity collection mains, and other related works, which included earthworks, concrete works, electro-mechanical works, installation of standby generators, and landscaping works. The 10 sites completed were Nassau Street, Rawson Square, Frame Court, Vista Marina, Lewis Street, Fox Hill, Pinewood C, Pinewood Plant, Flamingo Garden C, and the Big Pond stations. Additionally, the contract called for the procurement of 48 sewage pumps, 5 standby generators, and 28 control panels for use at various locations.
As for the Malcolm Park pump station location that sits near Porterskey Waters, ISD contract and project manager Kirk Smith says there's no need to fear, particularly since last year's cow poisoning scare.
As we knew that this site would be an environmentally sensitive site, but we didn't have any during our construction. We had no water that went into, or nothing that went into from our construction activities that went into the water body. So we did all of our disposal of water on site or off site, and not on in the sea body. So that was taken in place, and we definitely in dialogue with WSC. We knew that was an ongoing concern, so we took every measure in order not to allow or to have anything like that happen for this site.
The treatment plants are set to service residents without private sewage systems, moving them from septic tanks to a regulated sewer system. The project is part of an IDB loan agreement and is expected to be completed by the end of March. Wärtsilä, the company contracted to build a new power plant at Clifton Pier, is seeking local staff where applicable to install 4-stroke engines. But according to Wärtsilä business development specialist Edmund Phillips, the Finland-based company will manage the work. Bahamians then won't occupy any top positions.
If we can't find local help, then we will bring in international personnel with the required experience to install the plant. Typically, on these islands, you find mainly civil engineers and not really electromechanical and so forth. So I will say, I can't say the exact number of local staff that we will go out and find, because it varies once the work starts.
When asked the union's position on such a decision, here's what BPL CEO Whitney Hasty had to say.
If we can't find local help, then we will bring in international personnel with the required experience to install the plant. Typically, on these islands, you find mainly civil engineers and not really electromechanical and so forth. So I will say, I can't say the exact number of local staff that we will go out and find because it varies once the work starts.
And Watsiller's 4-stroke engine has a maximum thermal efficiency of 47%. That's higher than any 4-gas engine. Our final stories are up next.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.